Alright, so what I had to do was, so this is the, shit. Alright, so this is a power steering rack, right? All the way across. This right here is where that block was for the power steering fluid, connecting to the, the steering shaft. So what I had to do was disconnect the U-joint for the steering shaft, send that up on the shaft. Once it was free of this, I guess, input shaft or whatever this is on the power steering block, or on the pinion, then I had to disconnect this line right here with the fitting, this line right here with power steering fluid in it, and then I had to undo three bolts that were here, but it was kind of a pain in the ass because the header was right in the way, right? So then I had to go to O'Reilly's, buy 3 10-inch extensions, run it all the way up, and then undo the 3 fittings. Anyway, so this is the little receiver block that was, see, this is the one that had all this shit in it. So then once I got this block out, right, I took it over to the viced it up, tapped in the removal tool, and then backed it out. But the reason I couldn't do that here was because the removal tool was like this long, right? And it was literally like here when it was into the little port. So I couldn't get it. I couldn't get in there, and I wasn't gonna disconnect the fucking rack. So anyway, I ended up having to take apart this whole block here. Now I got to make sure there's no shavings in it or anything like that because it's gonna fuck everything up. But long story short, this is the port that had no problem. This is the one that was fucked. Once I got it out, man, it just backed out no problem, and I'm sure you know, whatever. Threads are perfect. It's just the outside that's a little, you know, fucked up a little bit. This is where that input shaft goes for the power steering, or, you know, or what is it, pinion? I don't know what the fuck ever. And then there's a couple other ports here that are pretty easy. Hey man, so I had to do all that. Now I got to put this back onto the steering rack, reconnect everything, there's 3 of these little guys, see right there up top, and those have to be disconnected from the hood, like standing over the engine. They can't be run in like underneath the car. That's why I had to have those extensions. And anyway, this whole block right here, this whole manifold is like, anyway, I started this whole thing hours ago, and anyway, just for this guy.